Hello and welcome to my channel. If you're meeting me for the first time, my name is Carol Gishohi and I'm a fashion designer. I use my craft to tell the African story in a creative way with the intention of bringing solutions to the African problems. In my last video, I talked about a collection that we're currently working on, and the idea is to share the story and the inspiration behind it, and the idea is to capture the essence of leadership in driving change in the African continent. We all know how poor governance has really messed up the economic situation in Africa, and with the potential that Africa has, there's a particular kind of leadership that Africa is seeking, and that's the story that I look to tell through my creation. So today I'll be talking about transformational leadership, because as I said, Africa is seeking a particular kind of leadership, and this has nothing to do with formal positions and titles. I believe that human beings have abilities that titles cannot capture. As a matter of fact, titles can be the very thing that is limiting our abilities. So it's about a sense of responsibility that provokes you into taking initiatives when there is a need. And now there is a need. There's a particular type of leadership that Africa needs. I believe that we don't need a formal position to be involved in driving change and making a difference in an environment that you have found yourself in. Because whatever happens to that environment is going to affect you. So if you don't take charge, somebody else who is not for you is going to take charge. So transformational leadership. So at its very core, transformational leadership is people-focused. It is others-focused. As opposed to the system that we currently have that is self-serving and self-seeking, transformational leadership is concerned about people. It has a genuine care for the people's well-being. It is not only interested in its own gain and persona, but has a genuine concern for the people. Because you see, self-serving type of leadership is exploitative in nature, and what it does is that it robs people of their potential. It undermines the people's potential, and we end up with an impoverished society. Because I believe that the wealth of Africa and the resource of Africa is locked up within its people. When we have a self-serving leadership that is exploitative in nature, the human potential is really undermined. But with transformational leadership, it's a kind of leadership that advances the human potential by investing in people as opposed to exploiting. And that is what will change the trajectory of the African continent. The Bible, which is my book of reference, says that the greatest, or the one who is first, or the leader, is servant of all. What that means is that the leader recognizes that he's not there for himself, but is there for the people. Therefore, they will make necessary sacrifices because it's not about them. They know that the society is dependent on the advancement of these people. They know that the wealth of the society is dependent on the growth and the advancement of these people. And therefore, they will invest in people. They will pour their lives into them. They will devote their lives into the development of the human society, which is what you are lacking with a self-serving leadership. So, transformational model of leadership is not only interested in its own gain and its persona, but the well-being of the people for the good of society. And that is the kind of leadership that Africa is seeking. And it is the story I look to tell through my creation. If leadership is the main African problem, what we should be asking ourselves is what made it a problem? And you realize it is an entrenched pattern. And now, so we need a model of leadership that can counter poor governance that has really impeded growth and rendered the society impoverished. Now, in my next episode, I'll be talking about structural transformation, or what I call societal shift, from a biblical perspective. Because in as much as we are driving change, projects alone are not sufficient, because what you're dealing with is an entrenched pattern. So until we address the root cause of issues, we are not going to see substantive change. We're not going to see sustainable change. So that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to check out my website, carolgeshohi.org. I'll leave the link in the description box. Get to read my Africa story, my articles, and also get to shop for a good cause. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.